lot of vegetable broth around here, and we chop a lot of vegetables, like a ridiculous amount. Why not? We put those things to use and make our own broth. It's so easy, and you can control the flavors and making it more chickeny or more Italian or even more Asian or just plain old Jane broth like this. Let's begin. Okay, so to begin with, to make our own vegetable broth, you want to start with just 5 quarts of plain old water. What's really great about making your own is that you can control your seasoning. So if you want to make like a mock chicken broth, you can do the same thing, only add like a half a teaspoon or so of sage, marjoram, rosemary, and you'll get more of that chickeny flavor, so you can make your own like chicken broth. But to start with, we're just going to make like a basic one, and then you can just like use it as a launch pad to make your own broth. So 5 quarts of water. This is about, you can use fresh or dried. I had dried since we're using parsley and thyme. This is about a teaspoon of each. I have found it's easier to add the seasonings to the water before we get all the vegetables in there. It's easier to just kind of mix it all up and get it evenly distributed. And then we're going to add garlic and onion. I was at the bottom of my freeze-dried garlic and onion bottles, so that's what I'm using, but you can use fresh of those if you want to. That was like, I don't know, a couple teaspoons of each. This is, I don't know, like maybe a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. You can omit that, you don't have to do that. And then 2 bay leaves. So that's all the seasonings for like a basic broth, because you know broth, you don't want it super flavored because you want it to be a little more neutral, so you can use it for any recipe. Now, through the week, you've been plant-based whole food for more than a minute. You know we do 2 things a lot. We use a lot of broth and we cut a lot of vegetables. So as you're chopping those vegetables through the week, all of the tops, the stems, the pods, the peels, the cores, and all of the seeds, all of it. Save it. Just put it in your freezer. I have these little freezer bags. My freezer is full of them. Of every vegetable except for like your cruciferous vegetables, because they make it kind of slimy. So like no broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, green beans, any of your leafy vegetables, your parsnips, your rutabagas. Don't save those. Just toss them, feed them to the birds, whatever you do. But all the other vegetables, save everything. I'm talking about like even the onion peel. It's onion peel. So you want like 8 to 10 cups of all of these vegetables. So this is like onions and celery. In the celery, you can save the celery leaves too. Carrots, corn cobs, yamaka, leeks, mushrooms, onions, parsley, pea pods, potatoes, radishes, bell peppers, squash, tomatoes, turnips. Just save all of those little scraps and put them in your pot. This is like potato peelings, all of it. The seeds, literally everything that you would cut off from your vegetables in cloths. We're throwing it in the pot together. And so you want 8 to 10 cups of that, and you're going to bring it to a boil. We're gonna reduce it to just like a simmer for 1 hour. We're gonna strain it and let it cool, and that is it. So I will see y'all soon. Okay, so it's not completely cool. You don't have to let it like get cold, but it's cooled down quite a bit, and it's reduced quite a bit. As you can see, it's not all filled up with vegetables anymore. Now you want to strain it, and as you strain it, this is like a fine mesh strainer. You want to like press the vegetables to make sure you get like all that yummy, yummy, yummy goodness out. And then I actually strain mine twice, so there's like no sediment. This is just what I do. Pour it on your counter like I just did. You can see a little bit of, I don't know, I guess it's the herbs. I don't like clovers. So then, just pour it in your jar. I do not need this. Good grief. grief, I'm making a mess, y'all. Y'all know we can't see it, but my counter is swimming in vegetable broth. Okay, let's go to the sink. Okay, there you go. Just seal it, store it in your refrigerator, it'll last. Now you could probably like can it like traditional canning and it'll last longer. Just like this, it lasts about a week. We'll go through it that fast. So I'm gonna mop my counter and finish straining the rest of the vegetables and get them all sealed up. So be sure to like and subscribe and share and be blessed, y'all. Bye.